Hey, it is Alex coming at you from Marketl, and what I'm presenting today is a new feature. I'm actually pretty excited about it. It's come as a result of a bunch of chats I've been having with a bunch of different buyers agents over the past couple of weeks. And that is a case of trying to figure out how to match up all of the off-market properties that you're getting exposed to, or the opportunities that you're getting from the relationships that you have with sales agents and with developers in your network. So a use case here, you as a buyer's agent, you're talking to real estate agents every single day. Maybe you've got some developers and they're texting you, they're emailing you saying, hey, we've got these properties available. Do you have anyone on your buyers list who might actually match or suit that? Now, at the moment, if you don't have anyone in your buyers list that matches the property that they're trying to sell, then that is basically a dead lead. It's a wasted opportunity for you. So what I'm trying to do is actually fix that and ensure that as a buyer's agent, you can actually get a lead potentially in the door, and you can potentially take advantage of that opportunity that you've got available to you. So what it is the Marketl Property Network. Let me just go into Notion because then I've got all my notes in here. So the Marketl Property Network, what is it? It's a privacy-first matching system that connects buyers with off-market and pre-market properties sourced by licensed buyers agents from across Australia. So buyers can effectively share what they're looking for, and when a matching property is uploaded into the network, they are notified without ever being cold called or spammed. Only the buyer can initiate contact here, and I'll show you what that looks like. Identities will basically stay anonymous until both sides agree to connect. But there's benefits here for the buyers, there's benefits here for the brokers, there's benefits here for the buyer's agent. And what I'm trying to do is basically create like a golden triangle of good things for everyone. So all participants in the system actually will benefit from it. So if we take the use case that you as a buyer's agent, you're probably adding all these properties. I hope you are. If you're a good buyer's agent, you're adding all of these properties, these off-market listings that you're getting, you're adding them to some sort of spreadsheet, whether it's a spreadsheet, whether it's a CRM that you've got, I don't know. You've got all these off-market properties. Granted, they may only be there. The opportunity may only be there for a couple of days, especially in a rising market, but you do have those opportunities there. And on the flip side, you've also then got these buyers, and you want to be able to match your buyers up with the properties that you've got. That can be done. There's actually a separate video that I need to shoot on that specific feature. That's not what I want to focus on. You can match your buyers up with your properties. This is focused on actually exposing those off-market properties to a much broader range, basically the entire list of buyers briefs in the Marketl network, no matter whether they've come from a buyer's agent working with a buyer or just a buyer directly who's maybe been added to Marketl by a mortgage broker. So let's go through this use case. If I jump into Google Chrome and I need QuickTime so I can get my phone. Okay, so we've got two screens here. On the left side, just operating from my phone so you can see what it looks like natively for a client. Let's say we've got a client. As you should know by now, everything is run in Marketl around the concept, like the core concept is a buyer's journey. So in this case, the buyer, which is me, you can see my little face down there. I have been added by my mortgage broker, who is just another version, like a professional version of me, Alex Brownbill, my finance broker. I don't have, as a buyer, in this particular scenario, I don't have a buyer's agent. So my broker has said, hey, come and join Marketl. It's going to be where we communicate. It's going to be where you can access a bunch of additional tools. It's going to really help you on your property journey. You're going to know where you are. You're going to be able to access pest and building inspectors and all these other bits and pieces, like all really, really good things. Download the app, get involved and jump in. The buyer has come in, and as they've gone through their journey, one of the things that they've done is actually added their buyer's brief. So up here, if we go to properties, I'm going to have a look at my brief. And this is the brief that I as a buyer have created. So I'm looking at a property in Fremantle. I'm looking at upgrading. The budget range is about 1 to 1.2 mil. I'm looking for a house. I'm looking for 3 to 6 bedrooms, and I'm looking for 2 to 3 bathrooms. And importantly, you can see here, I've actually shared my brief on the Marketl network. So if I just go into the edit and I come back here, you can see I've deliberately toggled this on. Share with Marketl network. Properties on the Marketl network are sourced by licensed buyers agents. When you express interest in a matched property, the representing agent may require a client agreement to assist you securing it. This ensures you receive professional support throughout the process. Because obviously, if you're exposing your properties to a wider network, then you need to be compensated in a really positive way by getting a lead, potentially having them sign a client agreement in order for them to actually, in order for you to upload your properties and then assist those new clients through their property buying process. It would not be so good if those buyers were just able to not know, maybe just call you and then get the address, and then they don't need to deal with you anymore. That's not the outcome we're looking for. So here we can toggle this as a buyer. I can turn this off so my brief is not available anywhere. I don't get any matches, or I can turn this on. Now I should say, if you're a buyer's agent and you've added your buyer into this process, you take control of this process. The buyer doesn't really look at this brief process at all. This is all controlled by the buyer's agent, by you as the buyer's agent. So in this case, I'm going to turn the Marketl network toggle on. I'm going to go save brief. And what that means now is that I may match with, you can see I've now got this little matches screen, and you can see I've got the request in, which is what I've got a match in, which is what I'm about to show you. So that's the buyer side. Now let's say, and I'm adding properties, I'm doing all the other stuff that I can do in Marketl because Marketl is great. Now on the flip side, this is your screen. Let's say you're usually working from your desktop or your laptop. So I've got this up in browser. Let's say that you have a bunch of properties. So I don't know how you're sorting your off-market properties, whether you're saving them anywhere. I think that you probably should be, because it's a good idea. But let's say you've got a bunch of off-market properties and you are going to be adding them all into Marketl. So you can see Barry, the buyer's agent, this is just my test buyer's agency. Barry, the buyer's agent, has a heap. He's got a property in West Leederville, a property in Fearure, a couple over east for some random reason, and he's also on a couple of these got the agent's details, bedrooms, bathrooms, all sorts of good stuff in there. So he's also got this property in Fremantle that he's added in. Let's actually just edit this so that it's a little bit more. Let's say this is, let's say, is that going to work? I need to add some separators in there. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Let's say this is going to be 4 beds, 2 baths, 1 garage, carport's going to be 2. If this looks a little bit odd, probably because it is, I've actually mapped this database, these entry fields, directly to REA group, so that if ever we end up going from here to listing on REA, we could do that. The transition is nice and easy. Let's add air conditioning. Let's add stunning family home. We'll take that description, and I'm not going to bother with anything else. We know, let's say we've got the listing agent here. I'm just going to use the example here. John Smith Real Estate Agency, john@agency.com, and I'll leave the phone number blank. Off-market expiry date. So this ensures if we're uploading or adding a property that it does have an expiry date, so that we don't end up with an off-market property that you've added that is then, it goes off market in a week, but you forget to update it, and so we just end up with these sort of zombie listings. This is designed to deal with that. Let's put, these don't last very long. It's the first today, so let's just put a week on it, something like that. And we're going to go share with the Marketl network, and let's go update. Cool. Okay, so we now have a property that is on the network. And if we come back here, now this match doesn't happen instantly. Oops, let's go back here. This match doesn't happen instantly. All right, I just had to put everything on pause because I realized that the property that I was using, this one here, 1 High Street Fremantle, I'd actually, in my testing, had already matched with this buyer, so I've had to do it again. What I've added now is number 2 High Street, exactly the same statistics, 110,000, 4x2 house, and I've got the same expiry date. Everything is looking exactly the same from what I just did. Now, what you can see here is this runs both immediately and then once every hour. I think I've got this set up where what the Marketl system will do, as soon as either a brief is exposed, as soon as a brief is uploaded and then the buyer or the buyer's agent says, yes, we want to be matched with properties across the network, or when a property is updated, it will then look for all the briefs that are on the network to see if there's one that matches. What basically happens is this property's been added, and then on the buyer's side, they've got this. So they come to their little matches section, and what they'll see is, hey, look, there's a house, $110,000, house in Fremantle, it's a 4x2. If we want to add some photos, like some internal photos that we want the clients to see, then we can actually do that. We don't have to, but we can. What is really important that's not exposed is the full address isn't exposed, and your, as a buyer's agent, Barry's agent details are not actually exposed here either. So the buyer gets this notification and they go, oh yeah, that actually sounds pretty interesting. It's a pretty strong match. Let's actually reach out. Would actually love to have a chat. So We then get a little pop-up saying, and this is really, really important, properties, this is what I read out before, but properties on the Marketl network are sourced by licensed buyer's agents. So basically, you've uploaded this off-market property. This is your intellectual property. We want to make sure that the buyer is aware that they will need to enter into some sort of agreement in order for them to be able to actually access that. So you're not just giving out all this work, all these relationships that you've built up. You're not giving away that work for free, of course. When you express interest, the representing agent may require a client agreement to assist you in securing the property. This ensures you receive professional support throughout the process. Now, at the moment, this is just a matching service, but I need you to know that at some point we may be introducing some sort of Marketl enforced fee. So that might be, because I want brokers in particular to also be incentivized to actually upload their clients and start using Marketl as well. This is a massive, massive way for us to do it. So I don't know what that looks like yet. I'm just informing you that that will be coming at some point. So the buyer, as you can see, is going to go, I understand and I'm interested. And what's going to happen is you're about to see. So interest expressed, the property owner, I need to actually adjust that to say the buyer's agent is going to be notified. But what you're going to see here is you've now got a little notification and client expressed interest. Awesome. What that's going to do, I need to change where that goes as well. But if you come down into matches, so what you're going to be able to do is come down into this matches section here, go to buyer interest, and you're actually going to then see buyer is looking for a property 1 million to 1.2. It looks as though, you're going to see some of their brief. So not all of it, just some of it. And then you're going to be able to actually accept that. And then the system is actually going to connect you two together. You two can start chatting. And so you can see here, interest accepted, buyer will be notified. The buyer, you can see here, interest accepted, great news, the owner of the house. I will change that to say buyer's agent in Fremantle wants to connect. So the buyer can now reach out to you on Marketl. They can just start a chat directly with you and then off you go. Really, really great feature. I will be adding to this lots and lots of stuff in the pipeline. I've been talking to a AML KYC provider for tranche 2. I know that all buyer's agents are trying to figure this out. But got lots in the pipeline. Really, really excited about this one. I think this is going to be like almost the central component of the Marketl ecosystem. Anyway, thank you very much.